All right. Well, welcome back. It's
We are
episode
back.
2 of
Table Rules.
Table Rules. I
That's,
almost said
that's
table
the
time.
name we're going with.
Let's
Oh,
not
it
say
should have been
that.
table time. It could have been like tool time
Table time.
with Tim Allen.
That is not what it
No.
is. Oh, and then Rigsby could have been Al.
Yes.
His dream.
Yep. I'd go for the Tim Allen mullet.
The Tim Allen mullet.
Yeah, dude. It's like a hockey mullet if the hockey player was also on Wall Street.
You
That's
know,
true.
he had a major cocaine problem
Yeah.
and served time in prison for it.
Did he?
Yeah, for like 5 years.
Yeah. I don't know how long he was in prison.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's
5
talk
years.
about D&D.
All right.
I don't know. I think we
So-
should talk about One Man Standing or Last Man Standing.
Last Man
His
Standing.
new show.
Oh, you mean Home Improvement Part 2?
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
mean Home Improvement with women?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that is.
Yep.
That like I watched like half an episode and was like, oh, that's this. This is what that is.
I wish we would have got a
That
spin-off
was-
of Al Borland.
A spinoff of Al?
They
Yeah, dude.
thought about doing it, but they never did it.
That was not the move. They should have done that.
Now he's on what, like Family Feud? No, that's
No.
Steve
Well, he
Harvey.
was for a while. Now
Yeah,
it's
he
Steve
did.
Harvey.
Yeah. Oh, he got fired from that.
I think he's like not doing anything now.
Man, you're a big pile of shit without tools.
I think he shaved his beard too.
Whiz.
Oh.
So 3-5 versus 5e because that's one of the topics I heard.
3-5.
Oh yeah, that was
Ducky.
Ducky.
Ducky Fowler.
3-5.
Ducky Flower. Ducky Monroe. How can I forget that?
Definitely 3-5 over 5e. I like feats.
Well,
3-5.
hold on. Now,
3-5.
listen. The more that I learn about 5e, the more that I'm like, oh.
Well, they just made it's easy or something. I don't know.
Well, no. What it is remember remember the shift from Halo 2 to Halo 3?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Everything seems really bullshit until you get used to it and understand that like it is a little nerfed, but it's
fuck was that?
also buffed.
Oh, you didn't mute. You didn't silence your phone.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry,
I don't
everybody,
think I
for
did
that.
either. Nope. That was really loud.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. If anybody ever played games, if anybody ever played Halo, see if that makes sense to you. It makes total sense to me because it is nerfed in a way. But
Yeah.
remember how easy it was to die when you first started playing Halo 3?
Yeah.
When you were like, Jesus Christ, you can kill people way quicker than you used to. That is what it's like in 5e.
Yeah.
And I actually recognized that in 4th edition because Rigsby and I scoped out 4E when it came out in 08. Was it 08? No, it might have been.
No,
I don't know.
because 2 came out in
I'm
2000.
embarrassed that I
Check
don't
it out.
know. I think it's 08.
We got the Google Master over here.
The races don't. There's no negatives.
2004. No,
No, he's
2004
talking
was
about-
Halo
No, I'm
2.
talking about
You're
fourth.
talking about,
I'm talking
fourth
about fourth
edition.
edition D&D. There's no negatives to be in a race
Yeah.
anymore.
In 5e.
Not in 5e, but
Which I
that
kinda,
started
you know,
in 4e.
it made sense in
I don't
4.
like that. I don't know. I
Or
just
3,
feel like
5.
it. I just feel like it's. I think it's unrealistic, which
Or-
is silly because it's
so-
D&D.
Yeah.
2000 was when 3rd edition came out. 3.5 came out in 2003.
Yeah.
And then 4th edition came out in 2008.
Oh, 8. I was right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah.
No, I just think there would be negatives to different races because like
Yeah. Of course there would be. There is.
okay. So you
In
think it's
real
ridiculous
life.
in 5e that there isn't.
I wouldn't say that I think it's ridiculous. I just think that it's less. It doesn't lend itself to.
Are there negatives in 5e?
It takes away from customization. No.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
think so.
So you're okay. I thought I was on the wrong page as you.
No.
but now
I
get
don't.
you.
I don't think that there are.
I have no idea.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of biased to jump on the 3.5 wagon.
Yeah.
There are some things that I really like about 5th edition. I do like the idea of the advantage, but I also don't think that it should just be the fucking thing for everything.
Right.
It seems to be like that's what you get. That's your reward for rolling is the advantage, and it's like, well, it used to be, in 3.5, certain things would give you certain advantages.
Right.
5e came out in 2014.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. 5e's new.
I know it's new, but I didn't think it was that new.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like 2010.
No. 5e is like, and I mean, granted, it's 5 years old.
Yeah. No, I
That's
think
ridiculous.
I'm Pathfinder.
Well,
Out of any of
Pathfinder
them?
for sure, because what Pathfinder did is they just made the rules better, and then
Combined a bunch of skills.
They did a little bit of buffing. I mean, the fighter in 3.7.5, the fighter in Pathfinder compared to the fighter in 3.5 is night and day. Like, you would never want to play anything but the Pathfinder fighter.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Yeah. Thanks.
And that's really kind of true of every class. What else we got?
This next question is actually really cool because it actually pertains to all three of us. It's from Tanner Lefevre. He says, I plan on being a dungeon master for my group of friends, and I'm planning on building my own world and story. Any tips or pitfalls that I should avoid?
Oh, definitely do a lot of puzzles. I feel like there's not enough puzzles in games.
Yep.
You know?
He's right about that.
Just like the problem-solving aspect of it. It's cool, like combat and everything's fine, but every once in a while, just throw some mirror questions at me.
Yeah.
Puzzles are fun. And also,
don't make them too hard either.
you're going to find out what kind of a DM you are in the first session. They said that this is their first session DMing.
Yeah, I feel he didn't say that, but
Oh.
it
seems like
it
it.
seems like it's
Yeah.
his first time DMing.
Okay. Don't be too generous.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a pitfall because I feel like I was probably too generous with the campaign that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that everybody had fun.
Not really. I mean,
I certainly had fun, which I think really at the end of the day
yeah, that's
is
what
the
it
goal.
is.
I mean, the
Yeah.
objective is
As long as
is to just have a good experience.
As long as your party is having fun, and you challenge them at the same time,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna make you a good DM.
Don't let them walk all over you. And it's very easy to do because they're your friends a lot of times.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, come on, man, just let me. And then if they can convince you, like this one's a good salesman.
Well, I think it's
in general.
You know, if they're having fun, don't make it too easy.
Right.
Give them a challenge. Because if you go into every battle and you're just like, I'm gonna fucking wreck this shit.
Yeah,
There's no scare tactic. Then I think over time it becomes less fun. There's less thrill in the fight.
Yeah.
So
I think like that's one of the reasons that one of the things I did in my campaign, that's one of the reasons that I made the path up to the ice guy, the slalom, because it built tension with you running up it.
Also, my first time DMing, I sort of broke everything. I made it easy on myself, which made it fun for me. And I gave everybody in my campaign, I said, you're starting at level 7. You start with all these feats. You can start with you can get one tool or one weapon, as long as it doesn't break the game.
Yeah.
And then go for it.
And that's such a relative term, though.
Right.
Like, because if you saying, like, don't break the game to me versus to Rigsby.
Or to Kurt.
Or to anybody, really, man. Like, everybody's different in that regard. Yeah, you can't give too much.
no.
You can't give them too much. But you want to give them enough that they think it's worth it. If you make it like you're not against them. I think that's a problem people have DMing is that it's like a DM versus the players.
Yeah.
And the DM in the show, like that's the whole like underlying story arc of the Dungeons and Dragons episodes is that the DM is like,
Full of, like, finished up their shit sometimes.
yeah, well, he's not having fun because he's making it him versus them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're with them. You want them to succeed, but they're fighting your imagination.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to watch your babies die. If that make like the stuff that you've created, if they just like run through and kill it, like
because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they might not even go with your plan.
Go ahead and just prepare for that shit immediately. Like and it's not even like I don't think anybody actively tries to do it so much as it's just like Murphy's Law. Like it just happens. It's just like, oh, you had this elaborate, there's memes about it. Like you had this elaborate plan and then they just want to fucking play with the
Chickens around there.
squirrels. Like
I always with the campaign that I ran with you.
Yeah.
I always had like 5 or 6 enemies and bosses prepared for the night, and then I also had 5 or 6 different routes that they could choose. I didn't really coax them down the routes, but it's like, okay, so if they choose this one, they're gonna have this. If they choose this, they're gonna have this. And I sort of told them to go in a direction, but also I had a plan for all those directions. If they split up, if they went all on a group,
that's the move too. That's to that point. Like, yeah, being smart about preparing for at least all of the ones that you could think of possible outcomes.
And it's like, okay, if they go down a path, I have all this shit that I can throw at them.
Right. Yeah, you don't ever want to be, and that actually, yeah, I think that can fall under the category of like not allowing yourself to be caught off guard.
Yeah. Having always having too much. There's no such thing as having too much, too many bosses, too many puzzles, too many anything as the DM, because you're preparing for the worst. In your case, the worst for your players to go down several different paths.
Yeah, for sure. What else we got?
This one's from, I don't know how to say this. Enoch Solomon?
Enoch.
It says, what is your advice for new players looking to find a good D&D group? I had a bad experience a bit back, and I wanted to give it another chance.
I think any more nowadays you can find games online, so it's a really good like sample size of like, do I like these people, and you can just be in and out.
We got lucky, I think. Mm-hmm. I think that we got lucky because we were already friends.
Yeah.
And then we all kind of enjoyed it together. I know that Rigsby got me interested in playing.
Yeah.
Was the first campaign that you ever played the Star Wars campaign?
I think so.
Because the first campaign I ever played was the one where I was a paladin, and I don't think that you were in that.
Oh, wait, no, I think I was in that, but I was the guy that kept falling asleep on the ship because I couldn't play a lot.
No, that was later.
Okay.
The first one that I ever remember playing was at Posey's house.
Oh, no.
I never played.
That's when I was a paladin.
I never played at Posey's.
And that's when that sucked. And then the next time that I remember playing again was playing Star Wars.
Yeah.
And you were in that campaign, for sure. Because I was a Nogri assassin.
I think I was.
I don't think I was in that one.
No, that was the first Star Wars that we played.
Because the only Star Wars I've played is we were.
Oh, I chopped you in half.
And his robot did something stupid, and I was like, "Well, I would do this," and I basically destroyed his robot, and he got pissed off and cut me in half.
I feel like I took us off track. What was the question?
Yeah, and then to add on to it, go like check out your friendly local game store.
Oh yeah,
and just listen in with people. You know, ask them. Don't just like stand there.
The question was playing D&D. He wants to play D&D. He's had a bad experience with it.
The D&D community is a really welcoming one.
Yeah,
it's really nice. It's different than you would get in the video game world. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the video game world, but I feel like within the world of gaming, there's it's more competitive. Yeah. So there's much more alpha going on in that world, which is fine. But but it's a benefit that most people in the D&D community are kind of chill and welcoming and nice, because it's not a competitive game. It's a cooperative game.
Yeah.
It's a have fun together game. So yeah, I'd say, like he said, just like go to the FLGS, and then also like just online. Yeah,
check out Reddit in your town.
Reddit.
I'm sure you can find people that way.
I'm sure that Tumblr, whatever the kids do these days, I'm always editing.
Yeah. What's next?
Next one is MacGyver Bond.
Hey. Ooh.
Oh man,
I like.
He can kill people, and he's good with weird things.
He has a couple questions, so I'll just choose one. Modules versus homebrew, preferences or pros and cons to both. How have you used either? How you've used either, both in the past?
I'd say homebrews.
Yeah, I've every single time I DM,
run some fun modules, but yeah,
I don't think I've ever done a module.
I think the essence of the game screams homebrew.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Gygax was just like the architect.
Well, I think maybe module as your first game for everybody. Like if every player is new, then you run a module just so you can all go through it together and figure it out. But after that, I mean, it's just way better to make up whatever you want.
You can make, like, the next campaign I'm running is 19. Like, I rolled a percentile dice to find out the year that we were gonna be in.
Oh, and it was 20.
And it was 20. So I was like 1923. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
So
oh my god.
Yeah.
I want to run a campaign set during when Jesus was alive.
Oh my god.
Think how sweet that would be.
You come across this mythical creature.
In Roman
This
times.
bright white light shines upon you.
I think it'd be fun to run a cyberpunk.
Yeah.
We've done a cyberpunk before.
Yeah.
But we really didn't stay on.
But I do like moderns, man, because those Cha characters are all kinds of fun.
Dude, you didn't play Firefly. Firefly is fucking great.
Yes.
Oh no, I haven't.
It was great.
It was a really good time.
But yeah, homebrews, man, that's what the game is about. Like, and I'm listen, and let me be clear, I'm not shitting on modules. Like I said, I've played some. They're great. There's a lot of great stuff out there. There are a lot of really cool, clever people who have designed these modules, whether it's for Wizards or otherwise.
Holy crap, we should write and sell our own module.
I mean, we could. We could write a Man Shorts edition.
Yeah, where they have to go through like all of our editions and
no, dude, they could choose characters. You could choose. You could be a redneck. You could be a gangsta. You could be a white girl, and
an old person.
You could be a Florida person.
Yeah,
you could be a Floridian. That could be a race.
Floridian would
have
be
a raccoon launcher.
Yeah,
Floridian would be like a tank.
Yeah, like you'd get like bonuses against like attacks from reptiles.
Yeah.
Can I roll to eat some meth to go into range?
Dude, we should do that. Let's start like a fucking Kickstarter.
Go Kick Me Fun
campaign for Man Shorts edition.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Yeah, homebrew.
Modules all the way. Buy ours. Coming out this fall.